Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Comedian Singularity. I'm very happy to see all of you, and this is our pilot episode. Now, let me explain to you where did I come up with the Comedian Singularity. As you all know, if you're a scientist like me, 13.1 billion years ago, the Big Bang happened. But what was before the Big Bang? It was that little pea-sized point of singularity. And this is what the show is all about. We are starting, those comedians that's going to perform in front of all of you, they are starting their career. Some of them have already been at Improv DC and many other venues out there. What we're going to do is, I'm going to introduce 4 comedians, then we're going to have intermission, then we're going to have another 4 comedians, intermission, and then the last 4 comedians. Now, why 12? 12 is because this is it's composed of a season. We have 12 episodes in a season. So those comedians, depending on your laugh, now you are the judge, okay? So you could all call yourself Simon if you want. You're the judge, and you're the one who's going to decide who's going to have their one 30-minute sitcom, just like Jerry Seinfeld, okay? And after that, what we're going to do is we're going to send a field crew who's going to tape them, and we're going to call it the day of the life of that comedian. So what you see today is not what you're going to see on TV. This is what we call B-roll. Like everyone saw Seinfeld. So you remember when they have the show and then you have like 5 minutes of him as a stand-up comedian? This is exactly how it's going to be. So this is Seinfeld on steroids, okay? So what we're going to do is I'm going to introduce one comedian. They're going to have between 12 and 15 minutes each, okay? And we have Sarah there, who's going to be the ear monitor to see how much you laugh. And this is how she's going to determine that you are going for the 30-minute episode, okay? So laugh as much as you want. There's a bathroom if you got to pee or something like that, but just make sure that when you get up, don't make any sound because we have the cameras and the audio. Now, I have a question for all of you before we start. Who likes those airlines out there? Don't everyone have had their trouble like with their baggage in airlines? Well, a few months ago, I went to Texas, and as I was walking in a plane, I asked the lady, I said, can you do me a favor? Can you take one of my bag and send it to Miami, the other one to Texas, and the third one to Los Angeles? I said, sir, it's impossible to do that. I said, why? You did it last week. Right? So this is basically, so we're going to start with our comedians. I'm just going to throw a one-liner here and there just to be able to get the crowd warm up. So the first comedian, his name is Pudge. And as I said, we have done a lot of like preliminaries before what you see today. And the one that was chosen are the top one. I think we had like 25 to 26 comedians. So they're the chosen one, okay? So let's give a big round of applause for Pudge. And he has the floor.
I mean, I know y'all was expecting something different. It's cool. You know, I'm from Baltimore. You know, you might not know, but anybody ever been to Baltimore before? Yeah, it's a nice city. I love it. But it's dangerous. I mean, like, dangerous. Like, it be so bad in the city, you can see an ass whipping coming. Like, you walk down the street, minding your business, on your way to Bible study. You see a group of guys up the street, they be like, man, we ain't fucked the nigga up in a long time. You be like, oh, man. You like, you know what, I'm just going across the street. I ain't even going to plead on their blessings. You look, you see them, they done crossed over to you, be like, oh my God. The next thing you hear, man, fuck that. Next person we see, we fucking up. You be like, you know what, where's the old lady at when you need one? It was so bad, I just stopped at the first house. I was like, Ma, I forgot my key, open the door. Shout out to Miss Johnson for letting me in. You know, I appreciated that. Went on, spent the night with her, you know. I don't want no trouble. Man, I'm going to keep it 100. I'm a little emotional right now. You know, I'm just dealing with a break. I'm a little emotional, so y'all got to bear with me. You know, I had a girl look good. She just looked too good to be with me. Because people used to try to highlight her while we was together. They be like, tap her. I'm like, who, her right here? He like, yeah, tap her. I'm like, but she with me. He like, I know, tap. I was like, damn. That can't be good. But she was so ratchet. I wasn't even mad at the breakup. We tried to see Straight Outta Compton. We tried to see Straight Outta Compton. We in line. A guy rude us. I wasn't tripping. She like, he ain't gonna rude us like that. I'm like, baby, it's only us three. There's plenty of seats in there. We ready to see the movie. She like, it's the principal. Long story short, this nigga knocked my girl the fuck out. So now I got a dilemma on my hands. I was like, fuck it. I just laid down next to her. So when she woke up, I woke up too. I was like, he was good. He only hit you once. He hit me twice. I went down fighting. Man. Like, I'm talking about, I was so emotional about the breakup. Like, I'm the type of guy to be on social media with all the emotional quotes. You know, like, the grass is always green on the other side. I know my worth. I'm that guy. Like, it was so bad. Like, can I talk to y'all like my family? Y'all, I'm about to say, y'all gonna ignore me like my family too? That's cool. Like, it was so bad. Like, I tried to commit suicide. Don't worry about it. I made it through. I'm a survivor. I made it through. Everybody saying, oh. But the only problem was I tried to hang myself from the ceiling fan. So now I got more problems than I started out with. I got a big hole in my ceiling. I was on the ceiling fan like, yeah, woo, woo. I'm like, oh, this is real. I said, this is real right here. My mother came in the house like, I'm not even mad at you. She's like, I'm just proud your big ass got up there. You know, I try. You know, I aim to please. Man. But this comedy stuff ain't all it's cracked up to be. Like, I'm broke. I'm like broke. Like, you ever be so broke you look forward to payday just to buy something? Like, you ain't saving up for a car, you just want to buy something. Yeah, like, I've been thirsty for 2 weeks. So I'm gonna get me a big slam. I'm not playing with y'all. I'm tired of hamburgers. It's cheeseburgers all week around here. Don't forget the cheese. Man, it's so bad. I go to McDonald's and order my food like this. I be like, let me get a McDouble and a small fry. Go ahead, put the taxes on that. Let me see what you got. I ain't gonna be able to do it. Let's start over. I work together around here. Let's start over. It was so bad, I was asking for stuff that don't even exist. I like, y'all got any extra small fries back there? Like, well, can I get a McSingle? I just take a McSingle. You ain't got to double it, just McSingle. Nah. Man. I'm tight. Listen, anybody eat oodles and noodles around here? Why do people always try to make their oodles and noodles look like the packet? They be chopping stuff up in the oodles and noodles. It's still going to be oodles and noodles any way you cut it. Like, they be putting cheese, seasoned salt. Oh, but look, people getting hungry already. One chick told me she put bacon in hers. I said, bitch, you got money. That sound exotic. You can put bacon in that? You put it together like that? Man. And then there's another thing, like, we had recently... Like, you know, me and my girl broke up, but we recently had a beautiful baby girl, you know. Oh, almost went down. But like, we had a beautiful baby girl. But see, people ain't never tell me that kids cry so much. It was so bad, I used to tell about shows that didn't even exist. I'm like, yeah, I got a show at Burger King in 15 minutes, I gotta go. Like, the king hate when I'm late. I got to go, baby. I got to go. And then this how petty she was. She told me I wasn't going to be able to see my daughter. I said, you mean to tell me I got my weekends back? But I couldn't let her know that I had my weekends back, so now I got to go through the motions with her. So now we argue, and I'm like, can I get my daughter? She like, no. I'm like, but that's my daughter. She said, no. I said, but that's my child. She said, all right, come get her. I said, you know what? I ain't falling back and forth. That ain't what we going to do. We definitely not going to do that. You know? If you want to win, you can win. Man. And I recently found out I was fat, though. Like, I know I'm big. I just recently found out I was fat. Because, you know, I be doing, like, fat shit. Like I was going to McDonald's ordering appetizers. I'm the only one to do that. Like, order a 4-piece nugget in the meal. Because I need the nuggets to warm me up for the meal. Like, You know, on the ride home, you be trying to get in the bag, you know. I'm about to say everybody gonna act brand new. Okay, that's cool too. Like, and this how I knew I was getting fat, because I was getting attracted to women for all the wrong reasons. Like, we in the club, you know, I girl in there dancing, I was like, I'm like, what is that smell? She smell like a fresh back, a Fruity Pebbles. Anybody? Almost lost my mind. Man, I tell you. And this is another thing about my city. Like, this how I knew it was bad in my city. Like, I seen a dude get robbed. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to just let them finish. And then I'm going to help, because there ain't no point in both of us getting robbed. So after they robbed him, you know, I was like, dang, my man, I seen what happened. I was behind the car. I seen how that went down. That was crazy how they did you. They didn't have to take your pockets out your... That's crazy. I said, you need to use my phone? He like, yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. You know he ran off with my phone? I ain't never become a victim so quick. I'm like, I was looking out. Man, I ain't gonna front no. You know, like, I'm big. And like, growing up, I hung around nothing but skinny people. And this how I knew I really ain't like my skinny homeboys. Because whenever we go to the mall, the first store they want to go to, H&M. Now, explain to me why I'm in H&M. And then what made it worse was security would follow me around like I was going to steal something. I had to tell him, I said, listen, man, why is you following me? What am I going to put on in this store that you're not going to notice I got on? Like, you can stop following me. Then what made it bad, like, hanging with my skinny homeboys, they always would call me to ask me about what's the phone number to all the food carryouts. I'm like, you got a smartphone. Won't you ask Siri? They say, no, we trust your expertise. I'm like, you know what? I gave y'all the number last time. I'm like, 410. It's the last time, man. And then it's like, whenever we would go out, they always would make me holler at the big girl. I like skinny girls too. Because whenever they put the game plan together, they already done said, listen, Pudge, you ain't got to go nowhere. They got a big friend, so you good. I'm like, this is petty. And then growing up, they always wanted to do stuff like play It's or Catch One, Catch All. I'm like, no. Because once I'm it, I'm going to be it forever. Y'all know I'm not going to catch y'all. And then y'all like to do all this extra. Nah, I'm not. Me personally, I say we going to play hide and go seek. Because you level out the playing field a little bit better. You know, it ain't about speed. It's about your mental game. Like, I was the type of person, like, I'm still high from a game from back in 96, for real. Because I'm the type of person, I'll go in the house. I went in the house, they came back out 2 weeks later. They like, where you was at? I said, I went on a lunch break. I didn't know y'all was still playing. Like, y'all ain't get the memo. Am I sweating? Can y'all see the sweat? Oh, I just want to make sure I wasn't tripping, because I'm going to be like 90 pounds lighter coming from down here. All upper body just gone. Man. You know, and then, like, growing up in Baltimore, hanging with kids, they would want to do, like, little devious stuff, like, they like, come on, let's get chased by the police. Said, we're going to throw rocks at the police and let them chase us. I said, nah. Before we get into this game, I need to know the background behind this. Like, who bailing me out? I'm not saying I'm not going to play. I just need to know who bailing me out. Because I know I'm getting caught first. I just want to know how we going to do this. Who going to let my mother know to come get me? Man, I'm not playing with you. And then, like, you know, growing up, I thought I could talk my way out of anything, right? Like, one time, right, I get in trouble in school. My mother said, I'm going to whip your ass when I get home. I'm like, oh, man. I said, well, you know what? I said, I'm going to clean the house real good. She won't be tripping when she get in. She ain't going to worry about whipping me no more. So I cleaned the house. She come in. She said, you did an awesome job. She said, now go get the belt. I said, what? I said, that was not a part of the plan. I said, all right, I got something for her. Before I gave her the belt, I had to let her know. I said, Ma, I just want to let you know, this ass whooping going to hurt you more than it's going to hurt me. She said, what? I say, this ass gonna hurt you more than it's gonna hurt me. She hard-headed. She whipped my ass anyway. I said, you got that, you got that, you got that. So my father came home. I said, Pop, let me talk to you real quick. I just need to talk to you real quick. Like, I seen Mom in the room naked wrestling with a guy. I don't know exactly what she was doing. My father whooped my mother ass. And as soon as he finished, I said, hey, I told you this ass was gonna hurt you more than it's gonna hurt me. You know, that's my time. I want to thank y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of the show.
My name is Jim, and I hope that he's going to bring as many laughters to you guys as Push did. Let's welcome Jim.
How are you guys? That was for effect. I don't ever do this. Hold on. You guys look nice. Yeah. You can be civil to each other. Some people are just real good at putting an outfit together, you know? I struggle. My wife's out of town, too, so it makes it even worse, you know what I mean? You know, one of the producers of the show, we got an email, and it said some of the comedians at their auditions look dusty. Like, what the hell does that mean? You know? Like, it was like lingo that I wasn't aware of. Like dusty like a windowsill, you know? Like, just wipe it off. Or like dusty like a ceiling fan, where you, like, throw it in the trash. I made the ensemble work, though, you know? I got 5 children. True story. Yeah, I didn't, like, make it up so I could tell jokes about it. Like, I actually have 5 children. Precisely 5 children. Like, you know, some guys, they're like, yeah, I got, like, 6 kids. And you're like, which is it? Like, by saying like in front of it, if I'm wrong, I've got some sort of, like, backdoor out of the conversation. I got precisely 5 kids. My house is utter chaos, which is probably why I don't know what dusty means. Maybe it's the rock I live under with 5 kids sitting on top of that won't let me out. Controlling the chaos of my life is like my #1 priority. Like, I don't really care which gender bathroom the North Korean army uses at Target. That's like low on my radar. I'll tell you, I'll give you a story of the chaos at my house. You guys got little kids? Who's got kids? Round of applause if you have children. Yeah. All right, good. That's nice for many reasons. Sometimes people don't clap, and I'm like, yeah, all right, that's nonsense. You're just ashamed of your children. Yeah, so they all got picture day. You guys know picture day at school? Oh, man, listen to this one. So my wife is working. She gives me very explicit instructions. She says, comb their hair, make sure they look nice for picture day. I'm like, any idiot can do this. So we got 5 minutes to go, and I'm like, all right, guys, let's go. My daughter comes around the corner. She's got a full beard drawn on her face in Sharpie marker. I got 5 minutes. I'm like, oh, my God, what did you do? And she says, Van, that's her brother. She says, Van's doing it, too. So I say, Van, get out of here. He comes out. He obviously heard me yelling because he only got part of his mustache done. He finished a black rectangle under his nose on his upper lip. Yeah, not a very historically popular mustache. So I got some decisions to make, you know? So I'm like hitting him with the magic eraser, you know? Like throwing it at him. Didn't work. I'm wiping him with Clorox wipes, and I'm like, I gotta make some changes here. We gotta make something happen. I'm in charge. So I make an executive decision to just work with what I have at my disposal. So I put a pair of brown shoes on my son, some brown pants, white button shirt, bow tie, suspenders, little eyeliner, bowler hat. Charlie Chaplin, he's ready to go. I don't have a lot of options, you know. You can't take a kid to kindergarten and be like, it's an Adolf costume. That's not a good idea, you know. So then I got my daughter. All right, she's got a full beard. I can't take her to preschool looking like me. That's just weird. I can't be like, this is my ventriloquist puppet. That ain't good. So I go rummaging around. I find some old Timberlands, you know, some work boots, some jeans, a flannel shirt. And I'm like, yeah, this is starting to come together. It's missing something, though. So I go out to the garage. I cut her like 24 inches of 2x4. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. You guys remember him from WWE? Oh, man, the best pictures ever. They're hanging right on the staircase. People come over and they're like, that's weird. And I'm like, don't ask questions. Do you guys like having kids? Are you fond of parenting? Yeah? I'll tell you what. Yeah, you can stop talking. I get the point. You're not real fond of having your dreams extinguished. It happens. I like having kids. You want to know why? Because I like being able to claim dominion over other human beings as much as possible. You know, when you go out in the real world, you got to look eye to eye to people, you know? At home, I'm a giant. I'm better at everything. I'm stronger, I'm taller, I'm faster, I'm better at sports, I'm smarter, I could drive, I have a girlfriend. Like, I'm a champion. It's not like that in my other walks of life, you know what I mean? We got a basketball hoop put in our house. My wife says, which one do you want to get? I said, the adjustable one. So now I go out and I just dunk on my kids like a monster. I make it rain. I'm like Sean Kemp. I'm just thunder and dunks down. They wear bike helmets now when we play basketball. Yeah, I'm ferocious. I have my other kid take pictures of it. We print them into posters and we hang them on their wall of me just dunking on my kids. I'm posterizing my own kids. You NBA fans, you know what I'm talking about. I'll be John Starks on Horace Grant all day long. Yeah, it's a Knicks joke. I'm not from around here. Nobody likes the Knicks. Anyway, yeah, so my life is complete and utter chaos, but I love it, you know what I mean? I'm a huge fan of it, but, you know, the fun had to end. I had to get a vasectomy. Like, what was I going to do, you know what I mean? I just can't keep having them. It's not like I live in the jungle. I'm not like some sort of wild animal, you know? There's only so much benefit tax credits can really provide for a family. So I had to get a vasectomy. I don't know. Anybody had a vasectomy? You guys are probably too, maybe not so sure to share out loud. We're part of a fraternity of semi-useless men. But you got to check your insurance when you go to get a vasectomy. I went to get my vasectomy, and the doctor says, are you nervous? I said, what? Of course I'm nervous. You know what I mean? I've never had somebody take a scalpel to my scrotum before. Why wouldn't I be nervous? He says, here, take these, the bottles, they're Valiums. It says, take one pill 2 hours prior to surgery. I said, well, that doesn't feel very fair to my other testicles, so I took both. For lack of a better phrase, I was tripping my balls off. So then I get in there, and the lady's like, yeah, we got a problem with your insurance. It doesn't cover shaving cream. I said, whoa. This isn't going to work. And she goes, it gets worse. It also doesn't cover customary missionary position. We're going to have to do yours doggy style. I on all fours getting my vasectomy. Try and imagine. Thanks to healthcare.gov. Traumatizing experience. You guys got dogs? You animal people? Yeah? Oh, man. Okay. So anyway, I got a lot of dogs. I got over 50 animals at my farm. I actually live on a farm, if you haven't noticed. One of these comics does not look like the others. Hey, man, facts are facts. It's all good. We're all buddies. Anyway, so I had a dog die. It's really sad. Say, aw. Yeah. It happens, you know? It happens. It's a sad thing. They're members of the family. It happens. But if you're lucky, you got man's best friend and they die at home. Saves you $200 at the vet. So my one dog, Slick, God love him. He's a good dog. Died in the dining room. You don't have to say "oh" again. We already covered that part. Get with the program. It's a funny story. Anyway. So he dies. We say our goodbyes. There's tears. My wife says, got to bury him. I says, 1 o'clock in the morning. She goes, we just can't leave him here. Then again, he is a member of our family. It's not like if my wife died, I'd be like, I'll get it in the morning. So I live out in the country, right? I go out to dig a hole. One thing I've learned from having animals is that I can dig really good rectangles. So I'm out there. I got my car parked on the lawn. My headlights are pointed towards the hole in the cornfield. So the optics of the situation would be that I just killed my wife. Yeah. I didn't create the situation. I just am operating within the confines of it. So anyway, I'm digging, and I break the shovel. I'm like, damn it. So I go to Walmart. I'm covered in mud. Head to toe mud. There's some tears on my face, dried. I go to the guy, I say, I need a shovel. And some gloves. And he goes, sure, no problem. I thought I'd have some opposition, right? So I got my shovel, I got my gloves, and I'm walking through Walmart dragging it. And all the sales associates are running away like a horror movie. They're like, oh my God. But just like a horror movie, you know, they can run as fast as they want. The distance doesn't close. I'm right behind them the whole time. So I get to the counter and I think, you know what? My wife, she makes soap. We need some lye. Lye dissolves bodies if not used properly, in case you didn't know. The lady at the counter says, you're getting some work done. I've got a shovel, gloves, and lye. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I am covered in mud. The woman says, you're getting some work done. Yeah, I just killed my wife. This lady, you know. So I get home. I finish digging the hole. I come inside. Rigor sets in. You know what rigor is? It's when your body stiffs up. I wasn't prepared. It was like carrying a coffee table outside. Like pool sticks in a laundry basket. Legs are hitting me. I'm laughing and crying at the same time. I put it in the hole. I didn't account for the legs, you know. So I'm a creative problem solver. So I just buried them like that, you know. Filled the hole in, laid some wood down. Now the kids have a picnic table. Hey, my name's Jim Bryan. You guys have a great night tonight. Thank you.
Round of applause for Jim. Let me ask you all, who like board game? Does anyone play board games? Don't you think it's wrong that only one company does Monopoly? Huh? That's antitrust violation right there, right? Now, I don't know if everyone heard about the issue with Starbucks when about all this terrorism and all, and they said that we're going to hire 10,000 refugees. Has anyone heard about that? Yeah? Okay, well, they felt bad about it. So what they decided to do is put a religious quote in every of their cup. The first quote will be, Jesus Christ, this cup is expensive. So we're going to have our next comedian. His name is Omar. So give a big round of applause.
How we doing, good people? Make some noise. Give me some more. Keep clapping. Feels good to be in the D.C. area. You know, the area, DMV. Feels good. How many of y'all take Uber? Y'all use Uber ever? Yeah, I like DC's Uber. You know, it comes on time. Sometimes it shows up early in a nice car, you know. Baltimore City, not so much. Not so much. I use Baltimore's Uber, and this motherfucker pulled up in a 1996 Crown Vic with a donut on the back tire. The inside of his car smelled like Black & Miles, marijuana. I was like, dude, how did you get hired through Uber? Do they know you're driving this shit? Like, do they know? I thought you had to have at least like a 2012. This is a fucking 96. I'm calling the cops. Fuck that. I'm calling the cops. You're not supposed to be driving for Uber. It's crazy, man. I was using Uber in Baltimore City, and I don't know who's hiring these people, man. I'm at Madonna Mall trying to get home. Yeah, it's rough. It's rough out there. It's crackheads with heroin problems. You know what I mean? Like, how you mix both killer drugs like that? It's powerful. But nah, man, I called the Uber. I'm like, I'm gonna give Baltimore City one more chance with this Uber thing. And I called the Uber. I hop in, this motherfucker tossed me the keys. He talking about he don't got his license. What the fuck? Who are they hiring is what I'm trying to say, man. That's crazy. How many of y'all had a good week? Y'all had a good week? Yeah. Excellent. Clap it up, man. Be thankful to be here. Be thankful to be here, man. Yeah, I was having a good week until last night. My little good week came to an end. I stayed out late. I got hungry. And what's the number one place we go when we get hungry? Anywhere but McDonald's, too. McDonald's. That's where I was going with that, McDonald's. Yeah. After the club, McDonald's. We already know it's killing us, you know, but we hungry and we're drunk. So we need to eat. Like, seriously, McDonald's is so bad for you. They should have in the nutrition facts, cancer, type 2 diabetes, like it should be labeled somewhere on the nutrition facts. So unprofessional. For those of you that have not went to the McDonald's after 12 midnight, that's the shift that don't give a fuck about you or your food, your starvation. They don't care about problems, okay? That's all ex-kingpins, people that beat murder beefs, ex-drug dealers, crackheads, chicken heads. That's their shift, okay? So unprofessional. First, it's bad enough I already waited 30 minutes in line for this terrible quality product. I get to the intercom, it's not even a person. They got fucking 92.3 playing. Gucci Man is playing through the intercom. I'm like, hello? Hello? Dude don't even answer the intercom professionally. What's up, dog? What's good? Hold on, we don't know each other. That's not how we starting this relationship off. Then they don't even want to be at work. You start ordering your food, they rush you. You know, they speed things up. Can I get a number 1 medium? That's number 1 large with a Coke, right? No, I didn't get there yet, sir. I'm on my way. I'm trying to get there. Let me get there. After 12 midnight, they run out of food and shit. Yeah, I'm sorry, right now, number 1 through 6 is out of order right now, number 1. The truck not coming until next Wednesday, the truck, yeah. Man, I'm starving, man, listen. All right, number 1 through 6 out of order. Let me get some ice cream. I could go for some ice cream right now. Haven't had an ice cream cone in a long time. Yeah, we don't have no ice cream, no McFlurries right now. All the ice cream broke 3 p.m. earlier today. Like, what? Man, what do y'all have? All we got right now is apple pies. Apple pies? Come on, man. Let me get 2 of them. You know they don't want to be at work when they recommend you somewhere else. You know Wendy's don't close till 2, right? Yeah, if you just pull up. Listen, man, I'll take the apple pies. Your total gonna be $1.49. If you could pull up and park your car, we'll be out in 20 minutes with the apple pies. We gotta heat the apple pies up. Man, get the fuck, what time did you say Wendy's is closing? It's crazy, man. We got the president change, man. President change. How many of y'all miss Barack? How many of y'all miss Barack? Have it up, man. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I feel a little type of way. Like, they ain't give us a whole nigga in the White House, you know what I'm saying? Barack was still half white, you know what I'm saying? People forget about that shit, you know? It's crazy. They were like, here's your 50%. Take them. It's crazy, man. The reason why, like, I love Barack Obama, and I think he set history. We all know that. But I think the reason why I feel disappointed is because my expectations were too unrealistic of a Barack. I wanted shit that I knew wasn't gonna happen. Like, I thought he was gonna make white people slaves for like a month. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew that shit wasn't gonna happen. You know what I mean? Seriously, unrealistic expectations. Like, I thought when Barack got elected, shit was gonna happen. I thought I was gonna get a bottle of Hennessy in the mail. I thought Jordans were gonna be half off for black people for the year. Kool-Aid was gonna come out with a special grape drink. You know what I'm saying? Like, none of that shit happened, man. And at one point, I really wanted, you know, y'all remember that Harriet Tubman was supposed to be on the $20 bill. Y'all remember that shit? It was, you know, talks about it being on the money. And at first I was like, hell yeah, we about to have a slave on the money. And I'm glad that shit didn't happen. I gotta be honest, because have y'all seen Harriet? I don't think we want to roll like that is what I'm trying to say. You know? She has a do-rag on. Did you see the do-rag she's wearing? If Harriet Tubman was on the $20 bill, you know how hard it'd be to break a $20 bill? Nobody will give you change. You go to a gas station, motherfucker from the Middle East. Hey, can I get change for this 20? Change for a 20 or change for a Harriet? A Harriet, man. I'm sorry, there's no breaking her head. Try CVS. We don't break Harriets. The bitch is too ugly. Now, if they come out with a Harriet Tubman shoe, now we talking Brandon. You know how much Harriet Tubman walked? Oh my God, I was reading up on Harriet. She walked as far as Canada and as far south as Florida. People don't even want to walk to the end of their driveway to get their mail. Do you know what her feet probably look like? Oh my God, they come out with the Harriets. The shoe would be indestructible. You just know that. For those that work in construction, they'll have a steel toe at the tip. If you like the club, they'll have the extended heel. For ladies that like to go out in the Harriets. They come in whiplash red, slavery brown, and they'll be conveniently priced at $20. Oh man. Doing this comedy thing is fun, man. I'm actually on social media. A lot of people see these social media comedians, and that's all they do. Well, I've been doing stand-up for 7 years, and I love to say that I'm at this point in my life where I have all the following and all the people support me. One thing I don't like about social media, though, is how much lies are on social media. I'm tired of regular people knowing that I know their life, acting like they doing something, a whole lot of nothing is what they doing. And they try to trick you with profile pics and shit. My brother, broke as hell. He gonna make his profile pic the backdrop of Jamaica's water. I'm gonna put on the caption, boss shit. Not for you, that's not your life. Stop lying to these people, man. Man, you just mad because I like to get out. But I'm not hating on you. And how the hell you gonna go to Jamaica when you owe me $50? How the fuck is that gonna happen? Tired of the lies, man. People childish on Facebook. People will not use their real name on Facebook. That's crazy, man. That's childish. Grow up. Grow up. Not using your real goddamn name. For what? The government not looking for you. You do not owe that much back child support. The government is not worried about your real fucking name, okay? Seriously, you go out. I like to go out. I meet a nice lady. She tell me her name is Ashley Jones. When I go on Facebook to do my investigation, because that's what I like to do. Seriously, I gotta see if I can handle your life. You know what I'm saying? I can't spit in all this game and you got 8 kids by 3 different baby fathers. This is not the situation for me. Do my little investigation. I cannot find this girl because she's so childish. On Facebook, her name ain't Ashley Jones. It's Ash, straight to the motherfucking Cash Jones. Who the fuck is that bitch? Oh, I didn't meet her. Who is that? Guys do it too. Guys do it too. Yeah, some old, smooth, young thinking motherfuckers. You meet smooth Leon Brown. Ladies, he had the waves popping. He had the muscles. He was like, he told me his name was Leon Brown. You can't find him on Facebook. You try to do your investigation, see how many kids he got. You can't find him because he childish. On Facebook, his name ain't Leon Brown. It's Leon, let me lick you up and down. I say stop Brown. That's his fucking name. Let me lick you up and down. Tell you say, stop Brown. Childish, man. Relationships, man. If you in the dating scene, it's hard out here, man. It's real hard, man, because you don't know who that real person is. You know, it takes years. Some people be in disguise for years. Like my ex-girlfriend, I didn't know she was bald-headed until like 6 months later. I was like, bitch, I didn't know you was a leukemia survivor and shit. You don't know, man. And then, you know, the expectations, you know, out here, there's some real nasty guys out here, man. Fellas, how many of y'all eat the groceries? You should be ashamed of yourself. You sick bastards. Nobody should be doing that, okay? I've been taking dumps all my life. I never took a dump that smelled good enough for me to taste that shit. You know what I'm saying? If you out here eating butt, stop it. It's gross, man. That's like some Fear Factor shit. If I'm gonna eat ass, I need to get paid. I need a check, you know what I'm saying? $100,000 for the attempt, you know what I'm saying? And for those of you eating the bouquet, I guess fear is definitely not a factor for you. I got friends, man, like one of my closest friends, he eats the butt. He was like, oh, you gotta do it, man, you gotta do it. It's the only way you can get him to love you, and you don't gotta do shit for him. I was like, what? What type of philosophy is that? He's like, I'm trying to tell you, man. My thing is with him, if you're gonna eat the ass, you can't be a picky eater. We go out to eat. Yeah, let me get the Jack Daniel's sandwich. I don't want no onions, no tomato, no pickle, no mustard. I'm like, why? He talking about he don't like the way it tastes. I said, man, you eat ass, man. What you mean? You don't like the way it tastes. Yeah, can I get put extra ass on his plate because. And ironically, his breath stinks. Like his breath stink bad. Like it could be, all these laughs coming out. If he came in the room right now, everybody like, what is that smell? It's him. It's him. Stinking up the place. He could he could be in front of you and he is coming backwards. It's coming anywhere. Wherever a nostril is, that's where his breath is at. We at the club, we standing right next to each other. He was like, man, it's looking good in here. I gotta tell you something, man. I was like, God damn, call me. Shit. He stood right beside me. It still stink. Yes, man. Text me, God damn it. He texted me right beside me. I have to tell you something. The text showed up green in my phone. How you that stinky? So functified. Man, we got to do better, though. We got to do better, man, as a nation. We got to do better, man, because it's a lot. It's a lot going on. The past 2 years haven't been that good for minorities, man. People getting ended out here. Finished. Finish him. Seriously, it's like the cops are playing Hunger Games with niggas. Seriously. Pick a district, a nigga is dying, okay? Every time you turn on the news. Shit, it's like they playing Simon Says with us and shit. Simon Says, pull over. Simon Says, let me see your license. Simon Says, put your hands up. Now get out the car. Pow, pow, Simon didn't say. I'm Hilarious Omar Terrell. Thank you guys so much.
You're the man.
Thank you, sir.
Another big round of applause for Omar. Okay, does anyone here in the room has like that kind of annoying friend that you just friend with them just because you have pity, right? Well, I have a friend of mine. For many years, he's been trying to convince me that he's a compulsive liar. I still cannot believe him. Just can't. Our next comedian is Rico, and give a big round of applause.
What's going on? Y'all hear me right? All right, cool. Yeah, so let's just go into it. Generational phrases fascinate me. Like, that ass though. It's such a good ending statement that it erases all the bad qualities a person has. Like, she cheated on me with my best friend. My family hates her. She punched my baby. But that ass though. We have another good one right now. It's called Alternative Facts. Since winners write history, we call it the American Revolution. You know what King George called it? Treason. Hashtag alternative facts. See, one man's terrorist is another man's freedom fighter, right? That's why we call it Thanksgiving, but the Native Americans called it, well, I don't know. They lost. But if I had to guess, genocide. See? Bet you guys wasn't ready to hear a genocide joke. See, it's all about context and perception. Like, growing up, I used to play basketball a lot, and it's such a unique sport. It's the only sport where you go to the court and play with complete strangers. It's also the most prevalent with trash talk. But looking back, the trash talk was kind of gay. I mean, not gay, but gay. Here's some examples. Hey, man, you gonna let that dude keep dicking you all day? D up. You want to switch? I'll lock his ass down right now. I'll put the clamps on him. Or like, hey, I heard you dunked on somebody yesterday. That's what's up. First time? Yeah, it was crazy. Dude left the lane wide open. So I piped on his ass. He fell down, then I stood over him like, hey, how them nuts taste? Still not convinced? How do you box out in basketball? You stick your ass out, you back it up on somebody. Usually from here to here. That's all dick. It is, man. Like, where you going? Where you going? You ain't going nowhere. You better stay back there. And what do you do when someone's backing you down in the paint? You hit them with the reach around to get the ball. It's just what you do. And how do you differentiate teams in basketball? Shirts versus skins. Hey, man, you better take your shirt off. We about to play some basketball. Good game. And then he slaps him in the ass like, dog, we haven't even started the game yet. Why you slapping my ass? Hey, don't make it weird. We're just playing basketball. Yeah, so within the confines of the sport, it's not gay, but gay. So yeah, it's all about context and perception. Like running is the only sport that you can get forced to do. Like if you're walking down the street and you see a group of people turn a corner running and screaming, you're probably gonna join them. Like, man, I wasn't trying to run today. I'm wearing flip-flops. But you run anyway, you're like, I guess it's what we're doing now. And while you're running, you're like, hey man, what are we running from? Oh, there's a Pikachu over here. Hashtag Pokemon Go. Yeah, that's a throwback joke, you know. But yeah, I always wondered if I'd have been good at some sports that I never had access to. Like, a basketball costs $20. If you could steal a ball, $0. But like golf, horseback riding, snowboarding, some kids just don't have the access. Like I always wanted to play piano as a kid, but I like having 3 square meals a day. Like I love food so much that I don't know the names of some of my heroes. It's because some of my heroes are people that died trying to figure out what we can and can't eat. So the first utter sucker, my hero. Has anyone heard of fugu before? No? Well, fugu is puffer fish that they serve as sashimi. It's sushi, but if they prepare it wrong, it can kill you. So the first guy that ate it probably died. Thanks to that guy, bless up. But what was the second guy thinking? Hey, my man's just died. But YOLO. I like YOLO. Because YOLO is always a pretext before someone does something really stupid. Like, I jumped out of a plane today. YOLO. Going 220 down the highway. YOLO. But I feel like my YOLO moment, though, would be pretty tame. Like, I jumped in the ocean today. No life jacket. YOLO. Yeah, I can't swim. And my friends always ask, but why can't you swim, Reek? Isn't the Philippines just a bunch of islands? Yeah, but I lived in the city. It's not really a necessary survival skill. Like, you don't ask every African person you see, like, why they can't kill a lion with their bare hands, do you? Like, never in the history of people has someone been shot for not knowing how to swim. Because they probably drowned. You know what you learn in the city? You learn how to tell if a girl has a penis. Now rock with me here. Because ain't no coming back from that. Like, you could be drowning in the middle of the ocean and someone could come along and save you. Or at least throw you a life preserver. Ain't no life preservers for dick. Yeah, it's true. So while traveling, discoveries are pretty cool, but some discoveries you might not be ready for. You might not. Yeah, so when you're traveling, make sure you stay with locals. Just a tip. All right. So yeah, while we're on the subject of discovery, I discovered something recently. I discovered what Asian people are best at. And no, it's not math. Asian people are best at assimilating, fitting in. We're so good, you don't even notice us. We're like cultural ninjas, or like your shadow. Like, you know it's there, but when's the last time you noticed it? We're so good, even our food assimilated. Rice is light brown, like me. They whiten it to prevent spoilage and to extend its life. Whitening to extend life. Now, isn't that appropriate? You don't see Asian Americans in the news. You can't get shot if you don't exist. I mean, you might get beat up in an airplane, but that's it. Hashtag United Airlines. Hashtag when assimilating goes wrong. Hashtag, I thought we all knew karate. But that's the thing. We don't care. We don't want that shine. You got to pay for that. And that's why I think we still let the small dick stereotype exist. It's non-threatening. Like, we saw what they did to the black man after he got stereotyped with a big black dick. They killed him. Just so they couldn't dick down white women. Now here comes the small dick stereotype, and Asian dudes was like, yeah, over here, we'll take that. And we've been dicking down white girls on the low ever since. Shh, don't tell them. Plus, the surprised look on their face, priceless when we packing. Because when they're expecting a 2 and you give them a 6, that's a pleasant surprise. But if they're expecting a 10 and you give them a 4, that's a bad look. That's why I feel bad for black dudes who ain't packing. I mean, think about it. What do we really know about the Asian cultures? Nothing. We only know what they want us to know. Like, Chinese food here, it's not real Chinese food. They don't have mambo sauce in China. Like, how you gonna have a Spanish name for an Asian sauce that black people love? Come on. Now, even though I say Asians are great at assimilating, being the only minority at a party scares me. I need witnesses. I do. I feel like they can choose to kill me and get away with it. Like, you don't really see a group of white people get caught or punished. They even have a term for it. You ever heard of the term scot-free? Yeah, it originally meant to not have to pay taxes or what's owed. Like, I don't know, a bailout. So I was at this, there's no Muhammad free, a Tyrone free. All right, well, maybe there was a Tyrone free. Like back in the day. Like, hey, man, isn't Tyrone supposed to be out here with us? Oh, you didn't hear? Tyrone free. Stupid. But yeah, so I was at this all-white party one time. All white, like, I was the only minority, not all white, like I was partying with Diddy. But I was there, I looked around, and I was like, man, I can't get drunk like this. I need at least another one. That's when this Ethiopian dude came in. And I was like, yo, what up, man? What's going on? And I was like, I was scared for a minute there. I thought I was going to be the only one. And he was like, only what? That's when I casually looked around the room. I said, nah, draw unwanted attention to us. Casual sip. I didn't realize he wasn't, like, on the expert level of being a minority. And he was like, only what? So I responded, Like, I'm not saying that I think white people are violent. I just don't want to be solo when everybody look like they could be in the same lacrosse team. And we got drunk that day, you know. I know there aren't many black superheroes. That day, I met one. And ever since that day, I've been trying to do better, you know. Like I've been watching a lot of survival shows lately, and what I learned is in survival shows, if you're ever stranded on a deserted island, the trash washed up on shores are the tools you need to survive. So now I'm throwing trash in every body of water I see. Rivers, pools, toilets. It's not really littering anymore. It's more like saving a life. And if your friends make fun of you like, dog, don't you know littering is wrong? I just saved a life. What did you do today? Oh, you watch NFL on your couch? Didn't even take a knee or nothing? All right. Probably saved like 10 lives this week. Going for 11. So if you're ever stuck on a deserted island in the future, you're welcome. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I think our standards for heroes have faltered lately. Like back in the day when I was growing up, in order to look up to someone as a kid, they have to be extraordinary at something, or at least have a special ability, or overcome some kind of challenge. Now, all the kids are looking up to people that have 1 million followers on Instagram, successful channel on YouTube. Like if you look back, Daredevil overcame blindness, right? Charles Xavier, Professor X, overcame the loss of his legs and, more importantly, male pattern baldness. But regular ass Billy over here got a GoPro. All right? Like Michael Jordan was great because he did it in the clutch. You know the beauty of recorded material? Recording over your mistakes. That's not realistic. Life doesn't have do-overs. Imagine if the civil rights movement went horribly wrong and they killed all our influential leaders like Martin Luther King or Malcolm X. Oh, never mind. But that's what I'm saying. There's no redos. Like, there's no unlimited lives or respawns. Like, if I messed up recording myself, I could just delete it and do it over again. But if I tell a flight attendant no about giving up my seat on a United flight, I'm going to have to take that L. I'm going to have to get beat up because I don't know karate. Hashtag wrong Asian. Thanks, guys. I've been Rick.
Round of applause for Rico. Now, I was walking down the park the other day, and then a guy was waving at me like that, like, I don't know, like I was a celebrity. And so finally he comes to me, and he says, "Oh, man, sorry. I thought you were someone else." Then I respond, "I am someone else." Right? Now, I love reading those journals of medicine and science. I have a doctorate degree in quantum physics, and it is proven, or is said, that 9 doctors out of 10 says that 1 doctor out of 10 is an idiot. So let's hope that you do not have that 1 doctor. Now, do you all know, and this is a proven statistic, that people's number 1 fear is public speaking. Number 2 fear is death. Do you find this to be logical? Means that for the average person, in a funeral, they prefer being in the casket instead of doing the eulogy. Right?